Welcome back, everybody, to Studio Street. I'm your host, as always, Maverick. Got one of these videos again for you guys today. I've been very busy this weekend, also sick, so I'm doing my best to sound alright for you guys on this video. Gonna be doing a lot of editing, cutting out times where I stop to cough, but let's get right into it, you guys. Before I get to covering Collision, and I'm also gonna cover the main event, or the co-main event, between Bandito and Nick Wayne at Death Before Dishonor. It looks like TKO representatives attended AEW Dynamite, per Brian Alvarez. Again, Brian Alvarez, not always super trustworthy, but I'm seeing other reports saying this as well. And you gotta think that they're going there because they are, in fact, threatened by AEW. Whether E-Stands want to admit it or not, whether TKO and Triple H and Nick Khan want to admit it or not, they are threatened by AEW, so they sent representatives to watch Dynamite to sit down and see what it actually looks like to put on a pro wrestling show instead of that fucking circus that they put on weekly on Raw and SmackDown. And we had a good show on Dynamite. Collision was pretty solid as well. What do you guys think about that? Let me know down in the comments. I think it's hilarious. We all know that AEW is kicking WWE's ass in 2026. They did all year in 2025. Pretty much every single year since they've been around. Even 2024, which many would say was their down year, they still had a really good year. And I still personally enjoyed it more than the WWE product. But WWE product was good for a hot minute in 2024. And then TKO happened. Now getting into Collision really quick. Just going to recap. Willow Nightingale held on to her AEW Women's World Championship against Maya World. I was not expecting that to have any other outcome. No way would she lose that belt going into All In. Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly. This was my favorite match of the night. These two best friends in the conglomeration. Great fighting styles between the two of them that complement one another. And you see Kyle O'Reilly move on against Orange Cassidy. Actually, if I remember right, I think I predicted Orange Cassidy to win this. And then Claudio and Danny Garcia. This was, if you watched ROH Death Before Dishonor, news broke that Eddie Kingston had to drop out. I love Eddie, but I really think he just needs to retire. He seems to come back for only a few matches, gets hurt, and then he's on the shelf. And I think his body is just telling him it's time to hang the boots up, maybe be a manager for somebody. This was a solid match. Garcia picked up the win at Death Before Dishonor to face Claudio. It was like a buy-in match, essentially, or what they do for the NBA. Claudio ends up moving on here, though. There's an interesting segment backstage, too, with the Death Riders. Seems to be some angst amongst them, like the Don Callis family. Let me know what you guys think's going on there down below. Divine Dominion had a squash. The Brawling Birds, I'm still holding on to them as the ones that'll take the belts off of them at All In. Saw the Hurt Syndicate also in a squash. And then my close runner-up, Tommaso Ciampa, Nick Wayne, Commander, Speedball. Commander and Nick Wayne just wrestled Friday night at Death Before Dishonor. They both had solid matches. Nick Wayne, you guys, 21 years young, 11 years younger than I am, and this kid is a fucking stud. They need to put as much momentum on this kid's back as he can handle. He's a third-generation wrestler. Buddy Wayne, his father, passed away at 50. Rest in peace to him. He's got it, you guys. He's got the total package. He's just got the gift. And now let's transition into Death Before Dishonor. He came up close to Bandito, but you guys, immediately, not 10 minutes, not an hour, not the next morning, immediately after that match ended, it went right to my list for Match of the Year candidates. That's how damn good this match was. I think this was Nick Wayne's best match in his pro career. Bandito is so damn good, you guys. He is just incredible. What great strength he has for his size. I think personally, he's got to be the pound for pound strongest pro wrestler. For many years, Claudio was apparently the one that people are saying was strongest pound for pound, and I can see it, but he's getting older. Bandito, he is something else. He is truly spectacular. He ends up coming up with the win against Nick Wayne. He's chasing, I think, the second longest reign ever now. And then Samoa Joe's got the longest reign, so we'll see if Bandito beats it. Let me know down below what you guys think. Is Bandito going to end up beating Samoa Joe's record for longest ROH champion? Nick Wayne, though, is the story here, you guys. 21 years old. He's got so much of his career left ahead of him. 21 years old. He's got a solid 10 more years before he enters his prime, you guys. Like MJF. MJF is just now in his prime. I've said on my channel many times, for those of you who've been here for a while, you know that my opinion is that the 30s for men's pro wrestling are your prime years, age 30 to 40. MJF just now enters his prime years. Nick Wayne still got 9 more years to go before he even enters his prime, and he is that good already, you guys. Like I said, Tony Khan, AEW, needs to put a rocket on this kid's back. He is the future. Some more WWE news, and this is just how out of place they are with their fan base and many fans that turned away from them. It was stressed that WWE is looking to get some viral moments to emerge from their live events, even if they're basic talent interactions, per Fightful Select, probably with more celeb bullshit. You guys, it's not ending anytime soon. If you're suffering through watching WWE still, just stop. Kind of like this guy right here. I'm going to end this video. Johnny Gargano. Big news on Johnny Gargano. He updated his socials, his X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Does not have WWE tagged in anymore. Just says pro wrestler, Clevelander, has his Twitch linked on there, and contact for business inquiries. I saw news earlier in the week that there are more to come for WWE releases, and it was just to start not too long ago with these other releases. Johnny Gargano, probably going to go to the indies for a little while. I could potentially see him in AEW, but we can't pick up everybody. But he would be a great addition to team back up with Tommaso Ciampa. Let me know down below what your thoughts are, you guys, on that potential release. It seems all but likely that he is gone. And we're coming up. It's usually the fall, typically. And I think sometimes they do a spring cleaning of their roster as well. WWE wasting wrestlers every day, like I've said before. And this is just more proof. That's all I had on this shorter video of Scooter Script. Let me know down below your thoughts on the Continental Cup. Your thoughts on TKO representatives going to AEW Dynamite. If you watched Death Before Dishonor, what did you think of it? What was your favorite match? And what are your thoughts on Johnny Gargano? As always, this has been Maverick with Scooter Script. Thanks for watching.